All right, let's try another one. Let's try. So this one says, "Let yourself be seen as you are more than you manage how you come across." And the flip
Mm.
side is manage how you come across long enough, and the people near you meet a stranger.
I went through a transitional time about 2 years ago where when I started stepping more into this like tantric, sacred sexuality, sex coaching space that I thought I was going to maybe lose friends and or receive a lot of judgment. And I would say there's been distance with certain people. I wouldn't say it was maniacal or specifically curated. I think it just happened naturally with like lifestyle changes. But I went through a time where I was really afraid that if I was my true self, I would lose some of those people. But then I realized pretty shortly after like that is the whole purpose in the first place. If I become a version of myself that someone doesn't want to be, then they're not meant to be in my life because like it says you would be a stranger. Like I don't want someone to meet a stranger version of me, like it be not me. The thing is I'm not good at faking. Like I'm the person where I have RBF, like I'm gonna walk in a room, like you're gonna know how I feel. Like I could be very sweet and cordial and hold myself, but I if I don't like your energy, if I don't feel like there's a connection, I will not talk to you. Like, so I think like for me, like being a stranger in my own self to appease or to fit in, like it just doesn't work. And I think for people who are doing that, that's a really lonely life. I
Mhm.
witnessed it a lot with my clients where people have created a persona to either appease their husband, their kids, their best friends, and maybe me and like a friend are the only people who actually get to see their true personality or their real thoughts or their real desires. And it kind of brings you back to that cage. Like, how caged have you put like created, like, what have you put yourself inside of that now people are just meeting a stranger version of you? And generally, when you deal with the deeper core essence of feeling alone or being misunderstood and feeling like no one's there for you and like your partner doesn't care, your friends don't check in on you or don't know who you are, it's generally a not too much of a issue externally. It's not usually their fault. It's generally your own fault because you're not really being your true self to be seen. Like, I notice there's a lot of unspoken, and I used to do this in partnerships as well, where it's like you almost like assume someone should be able to read you and know your desires and your needs and be this perfect version for you, but you're not really showing them who you really are, what you need. You're not speaking it, you're not embodying it.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's if you prevent yourself from being your true self for too long, people will never you will become a stranger to not just them, but yourself. It's a pretty tough spot to be.
And to wrap up on that, too, sometimes I witness this as I'm growing my own self in the journey through life. And you talk about growth, right? When you start growing, there are people that are saying that, hey, I want to go the distance with you. But then you start growing and get to a certain point. They're like, I don't want to go
Mhm.
any further with you. But then you get blamed for leaving them behind, but you haven't left them behind. They
Mhm.
decide not to go any further with you because where you're going, they didn't want to put the work in to get there. So then
Mhm.
automatically you have to elevate from that circle. Therefore, your circle shrink. I mean, you got to find new people to go on the next journey with you. But sometimes we feel guilty about it. And after
Mhm.
I've conditioned myself, no, 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 no. We said we was going east and we are going 20 miles in, you want to quit. Like, you decide not to come any further. I didn't abandon you. You
Yep.
decide not to come any further because you could come.
Yes.